Have a look at this sentence and find the mistake. When writing in English, there's a lot to think about. Hi, I'm Dora, and welcome back to another great episode of Bite Size English, your daily bite of English.
I thought I saw a ponytail.
We're going to look at common writing mistakes that I see. Some of these mistakes even native speakers do, as for example, the one I just gave you. You might think, well, I use a computer and my spell check is on and it will correct it. Sure, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't know if it's right or wrong. And sometimes even your spell check could get it wrong. So let's see if you can recognize some of these common mistakes or doubts that you may have in your own writing. Did you find that mistake? Is it a lot or a lot? It's a lot, and it's a common mistake that a lot of my students make. The meaning of those two words means many things. Why is this mistake so common? Well, the pronunciation doesn't seem to help, as it might sound like one word to you. And what does the noun lot mean? Nothing that makes any sense, because it's an expression that, unlike a bunch or a few, the noun lot has no meaning. So a lot is idiomatic. And yes, in the history of the English language, we have fused words like already into already and altogether as altogether. But remember, this one isn't the same as those. This one is written as two separate words. And while we've just mentioned it, what's the difference between already and already? What? The two exist and have two different meanings? Yes, they do. Take a look. Last night, dinner was all ready when the guests arrived. Last night, dinner was already burning when the guests arrived. How would you describe how those sentences are different? In which sentence will guests be happy, and in which sentence will the guests be sad? Which one is already an adjective, and which one is it an adverb? In sentence A, everyone will sit down to a beautiful dinner where everything, the salad, the entree, the dessert, are ready for guests to enjoy. In sentence B, the word already as one word is an adverb. It means by the time the guests arrived, the dinner was burning, as the guests must have arrived really late or someone forgot to check the dinner. So I've given you a clue already. Let's see if you can explain how these sentences using altogether are different. We were all together in Florida for that family trip. Altogether, it was an amazing family reunion. Do you see the adjective and adverb this time? Again, A is the adjective with the meaning that everyone in the family was gathered in Florida, whereas B, the one word altogether, means on the whole, taking everything into consideration, the time it took to fly there, booking the hotel for so many people, even after all of that, it was an amazing family reunion. Okay, I can see how those can be confusing because they're pronounced the same. But take a look at this sentence and say it out loud to yourself. Did you take a minute to think of how you would pronounce the words lose and loose? Which one is a verb? And what's the other one then? To lose is a verb which means that you will misplace something. And the other? It's an adjective, which means that it doesn't fit well, like a loose pair of pants. Notice the pronunciation. To lose has a Z sound, which you make with your tongue high in the mouth, close to the back of the teeth, and you vibrate the air through, zzz. Whereas loose is with an S sound. Your tongue is also touching behind the front teeth, but as you make the sound, it also touches the teeth on the sides, and the air doesn't vibrate when you make the sound. Think of the sound a snake makes. Sss. Look at this sentence, and which one would you circle? He passed or passed his test with flying colors. They're pronounced the same, but which one is it? It's past with the ed, the simple past of the verb to pass, as in to pass a test. Whereas past can be a noun about a time that exists before now, that's in the past, or as an adverb describing movement. I drove past the store. Here's one that your spell check won't correct. Exercising then eating is better. Exercising then eating is better. Than or then. I see this mistake again and again in our students' writing, and I don't know what they're trying to say. A is trying to compare the activity of exercising and eating, but uses the wrong sentence structure. In writing about a comparison, you'd write, exercising is better than eating. Noun plus to be plus adjective plus than plus noun. B is correct. It's about a timeline of activities. You will exercise, and after that, you will eat. Here's the tip. Sometimes when you write how you say it, and even if you say it correctly, you still need to be sure. Learn to notice words that you see in English print around you. Then question it. Is that a verb, an adjective, an adverb? And find out more about it. The more you do it, the better informed you'll be. That's all for today. Thanks for watching Bite Size English. Write your comments below about any other words that confuse you, and we'll see you next time for another exciting episode.